the wonderful, funny Mr. Gilbert Gottfried is with us today. There he is. Gilbert, how are you, sir?
That was too long a wait.
Was it?
No, I feel very disrespected. Or as the term goes, dissed.
Dissed is what the kids are saying now, Gilbert.
Yes.
The kids say dissed, and then they cave your head in with a cinder block. But I don't want to feel that you're dissed. I would never do that.
Yo, you dissed me.
I will blame one of my employees for keeping me at the bar across the street drinking Jameson. Yes, I only hire the best here at Compound Media.
Yeah, you dogged me.
I dogged you.
You dogged me.
You don't seem like
and dissed me. Both.
Oh.
One or the other would have been bad enough, but you both dogged and dissed me.
Well, Gilbert, at least it can't possibly be as bad as the Chip Chipperson podcast. How much fun is it to do? I love that. I'm on with Gilbert and the great Chip Chipperson. And it's literally, Seinfeld thought he had a show about nothing. It is literally a show about nothing. Much fun.
With Seinfeld, there was a point of view. There was a story.
Something.
Yeah. So it was not about nothing.
Right. This is literally a show about nothing. Is Chip's show.
Beneath nothing.
Yes. No. Well, Gilbert, it's always so good to see you, whether it's on Chip's show or this show or your show. Of course, Gilbert Gottfried's amazing, colossal podcast. That's available anywhere you get podcasts. I hear you're doing now what are you doing? A cast with Weird Al?
Yes, May 13th.
Now, is that Yankovic?
Yeah, I think so.
Or some other. I knew a Weird Al when I was a kid.
Some other Weird Al.
Right. Some other Weird Al. You're trying to bring this new up-and-coming kid in the business up.
We're interviewing Weird Al Pacino. Yeah.
I would watch that in a second. How do you know Al? Have you ever done a show or hung out with him?
Yeah. I've done shows with him.
He's a good guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, genuinely good guy, very talented as a musician, because people just think, the goof songs and everything. He's actually a very talented musician.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
And I'm also, while I'm plugging.
There you go.
Right, yeah, see?
Look how nice. That's like a chihuahua on someone's leg. That's very nice.
See, that's the only thing I don't like about him is he tends to hump people's legs.
Then he writes a song parody about it, and everyone laughs, and it's crazy.
And I'm on Cameo. That's cameo.com/Gilbert Gottfried.
Do you have to say this is Gilbert Gottfried because your voice is so unoriginal that they don't really,
yes.
no one knows it's Gilbert? They're like, who is this? Frank Sinatra?
They receive the video and they go,
I recognize that guy from somewhere. Now,
he
Gilbert.
Looks like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. I remember Titanic. It was a great movie.
And people think I sound just like Sir Ben Kingsley.
Look like Sir Ben Kingsley, please. How dare you?
Yes.
Talk about dissing somebody. He's gonna pop you in the head for not calling him Sir Ben.
Yeah, if you called him Ben, he would go, "Oh man, I've been dissed."
I need to clobber this ass a disrespectful
one time
motherfucker.
I ran into Sir Ben Kingsley and I said, "Ben, how are you?" And he said, "Oh, you've been dissing me. Don't dog me."
It's amazing. He's nothing like Gandhi when he's dissed. He goes right to fisticuffs. That prick. Oh my God, Gilbert.
But sometimes he dresses up as Gandhi and goes, "Oh, you've been dissing me."
But then no one's afraid because they know he's not going to hit you. He's going to what are you going to do? Starve yourself? Who cares?
Exactly. What are you going to do? Take out a sandwich and toss it out? That's what...
Oh, boy, how'd that nonviolence thing work for you? Gilbert, I got to say,
I'm not going out for pizza.
I usually, somehow prepare for the show. And it's usually, things that are going on today and everything. And I know Gilbert has no time for what's going on today. So and whenever you're on, I always prepare with stuff from many, many years ago because I enjoy that too. I love watching painful things from the past, not just my own home movies. I watch television shows.
Let's talk about the Eisenhower administration.
Yes. Oh, did he know about that military-industrial complex? Didn't he? So I know your show, your Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast. Many times you have these amazing actors and character actors that we recognize through the decades of watching Twilight Zone and Bewitched and all these shows. And I love that stuff. I'm the guy that watches TV and I'm like, oh, that was the guy from this. Do you do that?
Yes.
Constant.
All my life. I always loved the character actors that would pop up in everything. It's like when the studios like the old Doris Day movies would have the same people popping up.
Yes. They would hire like 5 people and they would play all the roles like it was a high school play. The Honeymooners was great for that. It's like, wait, that guy was a cop last week and now he's counterfeiting money.
The Honeymooners had this one, I think George Petrie, and he would be, he'd be a bank robber. And then the next episode, he'd be the head of the bus company. And then he'd be his uncle.
And it's the same. And we're just supposed to go, back then they probably thought no one's going to remember from last week. It's not like in 50 years, 60 years, they're going to be playing this in stunning HD for everyone to see.
I mean, back then when they were making shows, they thought, well, people will see it. Why would we rerun it?
Right. Rerun. What? Who cares? And now, they didn't know we were going to watch The Honeymooners 80,000 fucking times and laugh at the same goddamn jokes.
And like these shows like Gilligan's Island, where nobody got residuals back then.
It is amazing. It's almost like the Jews were running the business. No residuals for anybody.
No residuals. It's like the cast of like Gilligan's Island or the Beverly Hillbillies could have owned their own countries on how many times those.
Could you imagine you're fucking Bob Denver, you're Gilligan. You've done Gilligan's Island. It's all you're known for. You can't go out with people. They don't know Bob Denver from a hole in the wall. It's, hey, Gilligan. You're not getting dime one. You got to show up at a mall in Schenectady with the dumb hat on to make $20. And you get nothing, and your career's ruined.
And he's got hardening of the arteries, and he's had a couple of strokes, but he still has to put on this stupid hat.
Did you see the one where the professor took his hardened arteries, Gilligan's hardened arteries, and used it as a snorkel to try to swim off the island, his stiff, like a rock fucking artery?
And, he couldn't even get extra work in a movie because they would say, oh, who's that in the crowd? It's Gilligan.
Now, I know Larry Storch.
Yes, he's been on the podcast.
Larry Storch has been on your great podcast. And now I was watching an old episode of Alfred Hitchcock, and Larry Storch is on it, and this motherfucker is acting. I'm not kidding you. He's acting, man.
And
I'm looking going.
Wearing the hat that was turned up at the rim.
He did not have his cavalry hat on, Gilbert. He did not have his bent up, dusty cavalry hat on.
And when he walked on the screen on Alfred Hitchcock, did they go, the end of the Civil War was near when quite accidentally.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. Corporal Agarn. Yeah. And then, what's his name? His partner, they pulled out his giant Hollywood record-breaking cock. Forrest Tucker supposedly had a giant cock.
Yeah, they say Forrest Tucker would, on the golf course, get down on his knees, take his cock out, and hit the ball with his cock.
And then he'd sing the F-Troop song. It was great.
And then, like the big cocks, well, there was Forrest Tucker.
Of course, Uncle Milty is world-renowned.
Yes. One of the guests on my podcast saw Uncle Milty's
wow.
Cock, and he said it looked like an anaconda.
No.
I heard a rumor that Hunt's Hall from the
Bowery Boys. Of course.
So he would pull out his giant cock and go, ooh, gee, ooh.
Satch? Did Satch have a big cock?
Yes, he had a big cock.
The Bowery Boy. There he is. He looks like he'd have a big cock.
Yeah, just look at that face and just imagine a humongous cock.
Holy shit.
He's wearing nothing. He's totally naked except for that hat. He's
just the stupid fucking, like a Reggie, or what was his name? From the Archies.
Oh, yes,
Jughead had the same stupid hat. Oh, my God. Could you imagine this guy, Hunt's Hall? He goes out, he's world-renowned. Like, he couldn't go anywhere without people knowing who he was. But they knew him as Stupid Satch, and he's got this giant cock, and he's trying to pick up girls, and he can't do it. That's got to be depressing. Like, Gilligan.
Yeah, like girls, he's walking around with a cock that any guy would envy. And he's going up to girls, and they're going, get away from me, you fucking retard.
Ooh.
Shot down again.
Holy shit. Yes. Oh, there it is. There's his big cock growing by leaps and bounds.
Now it looks like he's blowing himself.
The big... Holy shit. Those used to come on after, when I was really young, the cartoons would be on. And then by noon, they would start playing the Bowery Boys. And I didn't really like it because I was a kid and I kind of liked cartoons at the time. But then as I got a little older, I could appreciate the size of Hunt's Hall's cock when I was 15.
And the funny thing about it is they call them the Bowery Boys, and they're all like in their 50s.
Yeah, they were old men. They were the Bowery men.
Like they've got bags under their eyes, alcoholic lines in their face. They're trying to climb up on like the stools at the soda shop.
They were supposed to be young juvenile delinquents, and they were fucking men, like old men.
Yes, men with like all of them had prostate problems. But in there, they're like those no good teenagers.
Yeah, those kids, those Bowery boys. Holy shit. Yeah, they
What
didn't
can
give
you
a
do with these guys?
Look at them
Yes,
fucking they're boys. Holy shit. Oh my God. What was the young tough guy, the Mo of them? What was his name?
Leo Gorsi.
Leo Gorsi. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, is that hilarious? The guy that's supposed to look like the youngest guy is like pushing 40. The Bowery boys. Oh, do I love it. That was something they did back then. Like, I watched Twilight Zones, of course, and I see Rod Serling at the beginning, and he goes, this is James Taylor, 36 years old. And he's like, he's 30, saying he's 80. The guy's an old man.
Any TV shows or movies that take place in a classroom, that like the students are balding. It takes them a while to get up from their chair.
That even happened. Like, it wasn't like even in the 70s with Welcome Back, Kotter. You see,
Yes.
the sweat hogs. How about the fucking they're balding. The girls are going through menopause.
Or when Urkel was getting older, and it's like, at first it was like, he's 2 feet tall and got a squeaky voice. But then he like grows up where he's like 6'5",
Yeah.
and he's trying to make his voice squeaky. And it's like, now it's pathetic because you're going, this guy's an adult and he's acting like this. This guy's fucking brain damaged.
Then, you know what happens with some of these stars? I've seen this when they're really the nerdy, geeky guys for so many years and they get typecast. They want to be the cool guy because they can't stand being famous and not getting pussy. So he decided to have a character that was based on this cool guy.
Stefan.
Yes, Stefan. Stefan was like, oh, look, I could be. And that was literally him going to the producers and going, look, I am getting no pussy. I'm famous. I got to check. I can't get shit out there. 1 episode as a cool guy. Can I just do it? Whip out my fucking giant Bowery Boys sized cock.
And when he turned into Stefan, he's supposed to be like just irresistible to women everywhere and like the most handsome, cool guy. And then you go, no, it's
Urkel. He's still just fucking Urkel.
Yeah. Urkel. He's Urkel, but he took the glasses off.
Yeah.
That's Stefan.
Yeah, when you take your glasses off, you're not quite Denzel, motherfucker.
Well, it's just like, see, and at least in the movies, when they'll have a beautiful actress, she'll take her glasses off, and you go, "Oh my God, she's beautiful."
The hair comes down.
But with Urkel turning into Stefan, he'd take his glasses off, and you go, "Yeah, it's Urkel without his glasses."
It's Urkel without his glasses. He's trying to look all smooth and shit, but that Urkel made him a fortune. I don't give a fuck. I would take that cash.
And he's go, "Hi, I'm Stefan," and you go, "Oh, that's the way a cool guy talks."
Yeah. That's his interpretation of a cool guy.
Yeah, it's kind of like a gay guy's interpretation of how straight guys are.
Right. Oh, am I supposed to?
Hey,
I like those tits. Hey, look at those tits on that girl. It's like, we don't always say, look at her tits.
Yes. Hey, let's arm wrestle.
With your Leo Gorsi cock. Put it up here. I'll arm wrestle.
And the other thing that nerds on shows do, like Horseshack,
Yeah.
and all those people, they go to a gym and they work out.
Yes.
And most likely they're taking steroids too, because they become ridiculously muscular,
jacked.
And now you say, well, you still look like a half-wit, but now you've got big muscles.
Now it's like a freak show version of the dim-witted, dumb guy that no girl would ever fuck. Right?
Like you look like a pathetic version of the Incredible Hulk.
I don't know how that fucking the typecasting thing was a problem with so many people.
Yes.
Fred Gwynn is a great example of that. And then, like, right before he dropped dead, people were like, what an actor this guy is. He's like, you didn't hire him for fucking 30 years after Herman Munster. You motherfuckers.
Yeah, he couldn't get a job.
Nothing.
Nothing. And then right before he dies, he does like 4 movies in a row, and they go, "Hey, he can act."
Wow, this guy was good. Oh yeah, I heard they were gonna hire Grandpa for the Godfather. I heard that, but they were like, "Oh, he's too typecast." Eddie Munster was gonna be in Back to the Future. It was fucking. They just never hired you. Once you were typecast back then, that was it. Your career was done. And like I said, they didn't get residuals or anything, so they just ended up having to be famous and not rich. And I remember Howard talking about that. Stern talked about it a lot. Like, the worst thing to be has to be famous, but not rich.
Yes, because these people, they don't know where their next meal is coming from. But while I'm walking down the street, people are going, "Dynamite!"
Yeah, JJ, Dynamite. JJ's got a bag of old cans. He's taking the depository to get a fix of heroin.
When Mark Skippy Price walks down the street, they go, say hello to Michael J. Foxborough, would you please?
Gilbert, how insulting is it as a successful stand-up for so many years that some celebrities think that in case of emergency break glass is stand-up comedy? Because they go into, like, anyone could just go, well, if all else fails, I could always be a stand-up.
That's it. People, it's like, wait, I'm talking like,
my cock.
My cock is stuck in my throat. Someone give me the Heimlich. My cock is stuck.
Where's Leo Corsi? Help me with my...
Where's Louis the Candy Store to get my cock out of my throat?
Yeah, the candy store owner was supposed to be 28.
Yes.
Holy fuck. Oh, I can't. I love it.
He just died recently.
Shit.
Screech.
Oh, Screech. Yes, Screech.
Yes, he went into stand-up comedy.
They all do. They all just think, like, stand-up to some people, and it's got to make you guys feel great. It's just, well, all else has failed. I'm a piece of shit, but there's always stand-up comedy.
I failed as a male hooker, so...
Yeah. I was a hustler, a male on-man prostitute, and I sucked some Leo Corsi cock, and I failed, so I guess stand-up comedy.
And one time, they teamed up Dustin Diamond, who was Screech, and Todd Bridges from Different Strokes. And so at that point, it's not comedy, it's a freak show.
It's a freak show, yeah.
They're still alive?
Are you actually thinking, wow, I want to go down to Caroline's and I want to see them?
Yes.
Or are you going, oh, this should be an interesting freak show. Maybe one of them will fucking die on stage. It It really is like they don't understand. Oh, here it is.
Oh, there they are. Yes.
It almost
Oh,
looks
my
like
God.
behind stage at Caroline's with the kitchen and shit. Oh, there it is. Who thought
and when he
Todd
took
Bridges
off-
would be the guy that's still alive?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Todd Bridges outlived the entire cast.
He really did. It's amazing. But wow. There it is. What was that old movie with the black and the white guy cuffed together in 1960?
The Defiant ones.
It's the
Yeah,
new Defiant ones.
This is the regional dinner theater
Yeah.
production of the Defiant
Regional
ones.
did it. That theater that fucking Hogan was playing right before he got bludgeoned to death in Arizona. That's what they're doing, the Defiant ones. Oh, shit.
And at least with Grandpa Munster,
Yes.
they gave him that mob-run restaurant. It's like, he had nothing at all to fucking do with it.
You mean Sir Grandpa Munster?
Yes, sir.
Sir Grandpa?
He had a restaurant with a caricature of him that
Yes.
they called Grandpa.
Wasn't it called Grandpa's? Yeah.
Yes. And he had zero to do with that.
Oh, hell
and it probably was in his contract that he had to show in like twice a week just to show his face. And the other one, getting back to Gilligan's Island, the captain in LA. He had
a restaurant. I just saw that recently on some documentary, and there he was.
Yes.
Hey, little buddy.
And there was another case of the guy was in his 90s and they had to wear the captain's hat.
He's got to wear the cat. You know how much he must have hated. Like his agent calls it an appearance, a live appearance at a mall.
Yes.
And he just opens that closet and with disdain looks at that fucking hat that he's got to put on his head. He's like, he'd sooner put a 38 round through his head than put that hat on it.
Yeah, he opens the drawer, and on one side's the hat, and the other side's a gun.
A pistol.
Like, which one?
And he's
do I
really
use
got to
today?
weigh it out. Holy shit.
And when his agent calls with that offer, he's already wrapping the noose around his neck, and he's on a chair.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. They were just like, that was like slave labor back then. They really paid these guys shit. They gave them no opportunity for the future. And everyone took it because there were 20 other Gilligans waiting in line to wear that fucking hat and be on television.
And back then, Gilligan and the Skipper, they didn't have like these crappy reality shows to go on.
No.
See, now at least they could get a reality show and humiliate themselves in front of the nation.
Right.
They take us in on how pathetic their lives are, and all of us could.
You don't think I'd have tuned in for a reality show with fucking Gilligan and Judy Carn from the fucking Laughing trying to fuck each other drunk off their ass? Oh, and the guy from My Mother the Car comes in and fucking.
Yes.
I would watch that every fucking time. They just weren't given the opportunity.
It would just keep going. And then, oh God, this is worse than like the Roman Colosseums. They had celebrity boxing.
Oh yeah, that was the end.
The losers.
That was the end of the line. That was after they tried stand up.
Yes. And so they went in there, and you'd see these pathetic alcoholic celebrities with black and blue eyes hanging out of their head and like blood coming out of their mouth and nose. And
In what fucking world did I really want to see Screech beat the shit out of Arnold Horshack? Like, it sounds good, but then when you're watching it, you really just feel bad, unless you have no humanity whatsoever.
Yes, it's like you're watching it, you go, haven't these people suffered enough?
Yeah. I did expect Scorch. You are not entertained? Are you not entertained? He's pummeling Horshack, who's a good 20 years older than him at the time.
Yes.
And, he's a flaming little poofter. But it was so sad. So sad to watch.
And the other thing I remember is Horshack and what was his name? What they call him? Bernstein or something?
Oh, Epstein.
Epstein, Robert Hedges.
Yes.
They both died within a couple of months of each other.
Yes.
Like 2 months of each other. And so when oh, geez. Yeah. Wait a second.
It's okay. I know you have people that tell you when to plug things. I love it.
Yes.
Oh, the wonderful wife. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Mrs. Gottfried.
1 second, please.
Oh,
Hold on 1 second.
well, now I'm looking at a department store.
I love it. That's hilarious. Gilbert has a wonderful little family, by the way. They're so adorable.
No,
He
I
does
don't.
things
I
with
don't.
them.
Hold on
They
1
do
second,
little
please.
skits and
Bring it
stuff
down.
on video, and his kids are very funny and talented and adorable. Yeah, look at that. Gilbert Gottfried's amazing, colossal podcast. I saw one of these live once at Caroline's, I believe it was. So goddamn funny. Holy shit. So funny. Interesting. And you don't even have to know these archaic actors and actresses that Gilbert is so astute to their entire careers. It's so goddamn funny. I was just talking to, what was I talking to the other day? Shuli, I think, from Stern's show. And we were talking about how, like, you'll do impressions of people that no one in the last century could possibly know. And I just start laughing my ass off. Because I remember as a kid hearing about these people, but to still do them is so stupid and out of place and fucking hilarious.
Well, like I still love John MacGyver.
What?
Everything in this company must be run according to schedule. We will have no slackers in this organization.
And it's spot on, but who the fuck would know?
Yes.
I love it. I fucking love it. Me and my brother used to do this W.C. Fields and what was her name? The Come On Up and See Me Sometime girl.
Oh, Mae West.
Mae West W.C. Fields song number. And these relatives that must have been on death's door when I was doing it were like laughing their last breaths that it was hilariously funny. And here's two kids, probably 7 and 8 years old, doing these old vaudeville bits. And it always stuck with me. I love that shit.
Oh, I remembered with getting back to
Leo Gorsey's cock.
Gary Coleman and
yeah.
Facts of Life.
Yeah.
No, wasn't it Facts of Life or Different Strokes?
Different strokes, yes.
On Different Strokes, like the girl, she was a junkie.
And, yeah.
And she
Dana Plato.
She one time held up a store. And after she left, the guy got on the phone with the police and said, the girl from Different Strokes just held up the store.
The girl from Different Strokes, and then they arrested the old maid woman.
Yes.
No, not her. No, they arrested the two black kids. Yeah, Dana Plato. She was cute and all, and I guess, the drugs and what are you going to do? Most of yeah, there she is. Las Vegas, right. She walked into a store. How does anyone in the store not go, how much money do you need? You could pay for sex. I could just pay you for sex.
Because anybody, she could have gone up and said, I'm the girl from Different Strokes. You want to fuck me?
Yes, I'll give
And
you
guys
whatever you
would've
can
paid
rob.
Anything. Yeah.
Whatever you can rob from a liquor store is yours. I'm in.
Even more embarrassing, before robbing it, she asked for a job picking up trash for them, and they said the job was already filled. So she
does that?
went back and robbed them.
Oh my God, who had the
Oh, my
job?
God.
Fucking the girl from Gilligan's Island. Mary Ann.
Oh my God, with Marianne.
Ah.
Toward the end, they did like a GoFundMe to get her into a nursing home.
Oh my God.
Like how you see, and when you hear about that, all of a sudden when they say, "Oh, the tragedy of John Belushi or Chris
Yeah.
Farley," then no, they Chris Farley and John Belushi. They got stoned, were fucking a hooker, and died.
Right,
they
right.
drifted off. I mean, this is the tragedy.
Great life. Some of these old, I watch so many old shows, Gilbert. Sometimes I'll see someone and go, like, what happened? And we have the miracle of the internet
Yes,
and our phones.
yes.
And I'm able to find out where these celebrities, what happened in their life. 99% of it is some of the most tragic shit you'll ever read.
Oh, yes.
They lived these horrible lives after stardom. There's a little girl from the Twilight Zone. Her name was Marky in the Twilight Zone, and she was actually a younger version of the older girl that was remembering something from her youth. That was the Twilight Zone twist. And this girl seemed to be an amazing actress, little actress, and then she just disappeared. It turns out her remains were being stored in Los Angeles for 3 years. They were going on the point where it was going to be in a potter's field because no one was around to pay for her grave. So some guy found this out and started a GoFundMe and actually was able to bury this girl that's iconic in this Twilight Zone episode. And it just happens so often that these people are just left to just be destroyed in their life, drugs and
well,
alcohol.
This old child star, Bobby Driscoll, and he just he fell out of the business, he fell out of life, and then no one knew where he was. I think his mother eventually had someone look for him, and they found his decomposing body in an abandoned building. I think he died of a drug overdose in there.
And they just meant so much to people for that moment. Like the Little Rascals stories are all like so
Each
tragic.
one's a nightmare.
Yeah, murder, suicide, war thing.
None of them died okay.
No.
It was like...
It was terrible. Little Weezer. Remember Little Weezer and shit? Adorable little kid. He died in a bomber training mission after World War II. Like his plane crash. It wasn't even like, all right, at least he, helped get rid of the Nazis or something.
Yeah.
After the war. Old Weezer. Look at little Weezer. Just plummeting to earth in a B-17 for no purpose.
Then, of course, Alfalfa.
Oh, it's a great story.
He was like stabbed to death in a bar.
For some piece of shit little debt. It had like, it was pennies. Oh, it was terrible. It's what they probably made at the box office for the Hal Roach Follies of 1938. Pay as you exit, Alfalfa. Yeah, they stabbed him. Alcoholism really took its toll on those guys. But amazingly enough, a couple of them, like Stymie, he grew up. He actually was a guest star in a couple of Sanford and Son episodes. And Spanky McFarlane. Yes.
If you asked me to put all my money down on who would have died a horrible death, I would have bet everything I own on Stymie.
I would never have bet Stymie. I'd have thought, yeah, there you go. I don't think that's. I know that's Spanky McFarland right there.
Yes.
But I don't think that's Stymie. I think that's a fraud Stymie.
That's a homeless guy.
Yeah, that's just some homeless guy. Spanky took him around and billed him as Stymie. to get past some of those equal opportunity employer appearances he did. But you can tell, that's Spanky. But yeah, Stymie, pop up a Stymie from Sanford and Son. Because I know he was on there a couple of times. And then, like some of these other kids, the murders, and the girls never had it well either. They always wound up getting all fucked up.
We're all like hookers.
What was her name? The little fucking Darla Hood.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's Stymie. You can see that's fucking Stymie right there. Not that fraud that was going around with Spanky.
But yeah, and I loved when Stymie would go through the machine and come out as Stefan.
He wanted to be cool. He told Hal Roach, look, I'm sick of being fucking. I want to be Stefan Stymie.
He turned into Stymie, turned into Stefan, and said, now I'm going to have a date with Laura Winslow.
Where's Darla Hood? Oh, that Hal Roach knew how to exploit kids.
Oh, and remember that show? I think it was called Small Wonder.
Oh, yeah, with the girl, the robot
She's
girl.
A robot, yes. I saw the guy, the guy who played her brother, they said wound up living under a bridge.
Holy shit. Imagine you're on TV. I could understand if you're a piece of shit your whole life.
Yes,
but if you actually were on television, you really got to fuck up to end up under a bridge.
And imagine people driving by honking their horn and going, hey,
there he is.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Small wonder.
It's a small wonder he's still alive.
I want an autograph. I want to get a selfie, but you smell like piss. So,
holy shit. Wow. How the mighty have fallen.
But you have a longer shit
That was an,
in your pants.
that was an
10
odd
months ago.
show. That was an odd fucking show back then. He builds this little fucking Greta Thunberg looking fucking robot girl. And yeah. Imagine your husband like shows you the robot he built and it's a fucking prepubescent girl robot. Yeah, that's a little much right there.
And then I always thought they should do an episode where she's like, it's her 50th birthday, and she says, why aren't I aging? What's the matter with me?
He's got a bullshitter with some kind of glandular problem. Then he fucks her in her lifelike Greek features.
They should do an episode where she gets into a bathtub and short circuit.
Just shorts out. Oh, see, I would watch that. Gilbert, I got it. There's a couple of things that I had written down and got little video clips for that I thought you'd appreciate because I know I certainly do. 70s variety shows were my favorite things to watch.
Yes.
And even more so now because it's so insane. It's like a Fellini film. No one made any sense being together.
Yes.
You would get an action star doing a song and dance number with a fucking, like an old vaudeville woman. Crazy.
Yes. And I remember all the 70s sitcom music, by like Moya Boyette Productions. It's like the theme song would be, hey, there's a lot of problems in the world. We can get sad, but as long as we're together, things will turn out well. That was the lyrics to
every song.
Yes.
To a very up-tempo poppy tune.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Everything. And then, well, AIDS came around. and ended all that, didn't it? This is great. This is a quick thing we'll do. Liberace in the Hollywood Hills, his house, and he's given a tour, like a show. That was a show. Hey, let's let Liberace give a tour of his house. Because back then, especially, no one ever acknowledged Liberace was gay. It was oh, he's flamboyant. He's show business.
Yes. Well, it's just like how Paul Lynde was eccentric.
Paul Lynde? He's just wouldn't he be so much fun to hang out with? Yeah, with amyl nitrate poppers and some Vaseline. He'd be a blast.
They'd have him in movies and TV shows where he has a wife and kids.
Yes, yeah, it was ridiculous. Like, who's believing that? Liberace was something, I just brought it up the other day, too, where they'd have him on Merv Griffin, and Merv would be like, so Lee, any special women in your life right now? He's like, I'm still looking for the right girl, Merv. And everyone at home's like, oh, so Lee hasn't found the right girl yet. No one would just be like, stop it. He's so gay.
He was like a rock star.
Yes.
He was a big musical star.
They really didn't differentiate him from Elton John. Like, he was just an older version of Elton John. Oh, they dress weird, but of course, all the chicks. He's getting all the chicks. Meanwhile, he's fucking got Leo Gorcey's cock halfway down his throat.
The reason Liberace wasn't married, you thought, well, he's with all the pussy he's getting.
Why would you?
Course,
yeah. Why buy the cow when you get the cum for free? So here's a little Lee, just showing his house off.
This is the bar, the piano-shaped bar off the pool area. And on either side of the bar are cabanas and dressing rooms. And the pool, we're actually looking at the back end of the house. It's very difficult to photograph the front of the house because it's on a very steep hill.
The Beverly Hillbillies
and it's only been
house.
photographed once from the front.
They all lived in
from a helicopter.
Imagine the poor pool cleaner guy coming over. The skimmers just look like egg drop soup.
Yeah, he's like Mexican. And he doesn't understand the whole concept.
That's great. Well, just why is my filter clogging up so bad with pubic hair? Look at him.
Didn't have one handy for you today, so we're seeing it from the back, from the pool area. This home,
Imagine
which
the
is in
chicks
Hollywood,
in that
by the
pool.
way, is only a couple of minutes from Sunset Boulevard, which is one of the main thoroughfares.
Oh, is it?
And yet it has amazing privacy.
Oh,
Everyone
he wants
who
privacy,
visits me
that's
are
for sure.
constantly amazed that we have
Look at that shirt.
outdoor carpeting everywhere.
And I love that it's in walking distance of Sunset Boulevard. That is, and still no one suspected.
No one knew. I'll tell you, Lee would have made a great realtor, right? He's really showing off the great things you could do with this house and a big dick.
And it's a great house for your children.
This is the bar area with piano keys on it. Usually I never see the keys. It's covered up with bodily fluids. Oh, is that great? So,
usually I'm getting Hunt's Hall steak in my ass.
Sometimes I play chopsticks with Hunt's Hall's cock and my cock. Gang, 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 gang.
And when Hunt's Hall comes, he goes, ooh, ooh.
Ooh. Chopsticks. Oh my God. Here is variety show Paul Lynde from his Halloween special. This was during the disco era, everyone.
I saw that one.
I love this.
Beyond.
Oh, it's so out of control.
With the lesbian from Wizard of Oz. Yes.
This is him doing a song and dance number to the great song Disco Baby. And he sings a little. He's a showman. He's a triple threat. Imagine the gay sex that went on backstage.
Oh my God.
Look at this guy.
Watching you, Pinky.
Oh, yeah, I've been watching you watching me talk, Paul.
I bet I'm having a better time than you are.
Oh, yeah?
Do you think you could teach me to do that?
I don't know, give me a little whistle. That's too little.
That was hard for him to do.
All right, I'll tell you what you do. All you gotta do is follow me everywhere.
Is that Pinky Tuscadero
Shake it
from?
up, shake it
Happy
down,
Days?
I thought it was.
move it round, disco, baby.
Oh no! Now he sings. Watch.
Move it in, move it out, move it in and about, disco, baby.
Shake it up, shake it down, move it in, move it round, disco baby.
People watched this. Like
Move
a
it in,
fuckload
move it
of
out,
people
move it
watched
in
this.
and about,
This
disco
is
baby.
beyond a nightmare. This is like, I've never had, I never dropped acid.
Yeah.
But if I dropped acid and had a bad trip, this would be it.
This would be it. I can't stress to the amount of people. I need the people out there to realize these were giant rated shows. Like even the shitty shows had giant ratings because it's all there was. But a Paul Lynde Halloween special was everyone watched it.
Yes, and see if you could get a clip of this. This is my other favorite horror story. Bob Hope as Jack Frost. Like he looks like he died like 50 years early. And when you watch it, it's like Dolores is there.
Oh, right. My wife, Dolores.
And that this is Dolores' revenge for all the time she fucked around on her.
Him and Bing would go out and just fuck girls on those road movies. And now he's got to do what she says. Hey, look, I'm Jack Frost over here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Known by the polar sea, where it's just as cold as
Jesus.
cold can be. Old Jack Frost awoke one morning from a long, long sleep, and he said with a
That's
yawn,
how he's buried, by the way.
Oh, hum, the time has come to freeze the trees and roses. And when that's done,
Oh, this
I'll have
is so
some
bad.
fun. Nipping to the toes and noses.
Again, 100 million viewers.
Yes.
100 million viewers that night. Number one in its slot.
And Bob Hope's voice has raised like 50 octaves. Where it's like, hey, everybody, I'm Bob Hope.
Hey, make sure you see Brooke Shields is coming out a little bit with Charo.
And I heard with Bob Hope, you do all those, the war,
Yeah, he would go and entertain the troops with the USO.
And I heard that when he would be doing he would be in Vietnam entertaining he would always have some hot looking actress at the time. Joey Heatherton.
Yeah, Joey Heatherton. Hey, Barbie Benton's with us today.
Yeah. And I heard what he used to do. He'd say if they didn't fuck him, he would leave them in Vietnam.
Jesus Christ. Hey, how'd you like to be dropped off in Da Nang? All right.
Yeah. Have a lot of fun in the jungle of Vietnam. Yeah. Yeah, see if you can find a makeup artist in a health food restaurant here in the... maybe the ones... Maybe you can get something to eat from their rice paddies.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll treat you good. Look, you could ride two things, my cock or a boat down the Mekong Delta. Holy fuck. I wouldn't put it past them. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, we'll wave at you from the plane like they did in MASH.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Gilbert, you are a fucking joy to have on the program. I can't thank you enough. I love hanging out and bullshitting with you. The great Gilbert Gottfried, Real Gilbert on Twitter. Instagram is Real Gilbert. Website for all your Gilbert Gottfried needs, gilbertgottfried.com. Of course, the Gilbert Gottfried's amazing, colossal podcast. Anywhere you get your finer podcasts, I so recommend you tuning into this and laughing your balls off. Join him and watch a live recording of an episode with guest Weird Al Yankovic. That's May 13th via Zoom. Get your tickets now at nowherecomedyclub.com. And of course, you could book him for that personalized message this Mother's Day or any other day. Cameo.com/Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert, you are fucking the greatest, the best. I love hanging out with you, man.
Oh, thank you.
So much fun. Have a great rest of your week.
Oh, you
be
too.
well. I appreciate it, my friend.
You too.
Take it easy. Here goes Gilbert. I just fucking, dude, I'm retarded when Gilbert's on. I just laugh my ass off. It's so fucking funny. I love the guy.